because the world craves more than ever truth, love, and beauty, which is rooted in grace, steady emotional intelligence, and undeniable feminine presence that cannot be manufactured. And not louder women today, and not harder and hard where it doesn't show and showcase the divine femininity within, but women who carry the wisdom, the beauty, the warmth, and the mystery. The mystery. Greetings. Oh my goodness, my League of Eagles. It's Thursday, and here we are on YouTube because we gather every Thursday in purpose and presence, in love, light, and legacy. I am Joy Ruffin, your minister of enlightenment, awareness, and awakenings, and your signature style and leadership specialist. It's June, and we are open. We are beginning. Don't I say this every month? Can you believe that we are in June already? I'm always searching for things, my guys. I think you know this by now, right? I'm always looking for something, and then I find it hard to find it. And then when I find it, I said, is this what I'm looking for? That's just what we call life. We're in June. And so this theme for the month is Your Light Reimagined. So I want you to put on your big imagination cap and think about all the things that I'm going to share with you today. I want you to know that my work as a signature leadership and signature style specialist is about much more than image and appearance and first impression, but yet it begins there. Because there comes a season in every woman's life when she grows tired of performing for acceptance and starving for approval. And some of us can't even admit that. Become different seasons of life, and maybe there's an awakening because you no longer are wishing to compete for attention or chase temporary admiration. You began discovering something far greater than a performance. Presence carries much more influence than performance ever could. And at some point in time, contingent upon the season of life that you're in, and you don't have to be in the latter seasons of life, you become a little bit more grounded, deeper within your own spirit, which changes every environment that you're in or you enter. Your elegance speaks first. Your composure introduces you, and your warmth becomes memorable, and your energy carries substance beyond physical beauty. And we have been so programmed and conditioned here in the US of A and the beautiful country that we're in, where it's all about the physical exterior. Oh my goodness, and it is, but not to the extent that we've been programmed and conditioned. And this is what my mission with all of us is about. Because the world craves more than ever truth, love, and beauty, which is rooted in grace, steady emotional intelligence, and undeniable feminine presence that cannot be manufactured. And not louder women today, and not harder and hard where it doesn't show and showcase the divine femininity within, but women who carry the wisdom, the beauty, the warmth, and the mystery. The mystery. That's what's sometimes missing. The power and the soulful self-expression. That's soulful self-awareness that's naturally within your DNA. This is the woman emerging beautifully today. This era is shifting into the innate God-given power for women, where there's no blame, not to ourselves or to anyone else. And this beauty is not rehearsed or manufactured. And it's not begging for validation, but is grounded within ourselves. For many generations now, women, we received the messages that were woven through modern culture from the beginning of time. And I'm going to leave you with a little bit food of thought because I put a lot of work and energy into something that I'm going to present to you soon. I want you to think back to the beginning of time, Adam and Eve, and there was someone who was called Lilith. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it with you to do your own research, but there's so much to share about her because she's truly rising now. And the message is about your desirability, which is totally different from what we've been programmed, conditioned, and sexualized to think. It's much more about your substance, what's emanating from within, that inner core. And it reveals much more than skin today. Because that revealing of skin and competing for male attention, remaining endlessly visually appealing in a way that so-so, which markets the body constantly for approval and acceptance, it's over. It's over for today's modern woman, the woman of today and tomorrow. Yesterday it was cleavage. Today it becomes the bottom. And somewhere along society's path, many women are becoming exhausted from endless emotional performance because exposure like that lacks substance, where dignity can become secondary. And if you are a trailblazer, visionary woman of today going into tomorrow, you want attention with genuine respect that gains the emotional admiration and respect that you command, not demand. Eventually creates emotional emptiness when you're going about it in that way. The awakened woman today understands something profoundly important. Visibility alone holds little lasting value without depth. Grace, wisdom, and character. Again, I go back and forth to truth, love, and beauty. The good, the bad, and the so-so, not the ugly. We all have it within because you are desiring something richer, something deeper, and timeless. Doesn't mean that you have to have conservative, traditional, tasteful, classic taste. You can be eclectic and dramatic and out there, but does it have your signature? Is it something that's rememberable in the best way? And it has grace and dignity attached because it's to be remembered gracefully for your spirit and your intellect, not your temporary physical trends. This is what we're getting away from because your leadership qualities and your calming atmosphere and your refined communications skills that you're presenting, you want them to be an unforgettable experience that people feel around you because we are an emotional society. It all sooner or later comes down to emotional. So how emotional, secure, intelligent, and secure are we? That's transformation that's happening now. And it's not weakness. It's a feminine evolution, not a revolution. It's an evolution. And women everywhere today are beginning to recognize it. That's presence. This is precisely why style matters differently now. Style is no longer mindless fashion consumption or endless social imitations. True style becomes recognition, a beautiful form of self-awareness and understanding, a woman discovering externally who she already is internally. Some women bloom gracefully with softness and elegance. Others naturally command attention through structure and refinement. Some radiate quiet luxury naturally. It's the individuality, it's the uniqueness within each and every one. Everyone embodies artistic expression their way that's filled with, hopefully, a little bit of dramatic beauty. But once a woman stops dressing for imitation, everything begins to change beautifully. She becomes that woman deeply memorable, not because she's louder, but because her presentation finally aligns with her emotional inner architect. Comfort and elegance together. Oh, we're in the casual mode today. Everything is casual. You gotta love it because it's comfort, but not when it coexists with sloppiness and it's just thrown together. Comfort and elegance together can beautifully coexist when it's done in the right way that fits your DNA. A woman, if you're in leadership, you can feel relaxed and move naturally and gracefully, and yet still appear refined without becoming visibly a spectacle. Maybe you like that. And if you do, all well and good. But you can do it without exposing or overexposing yourself constantly, without sacrificing your dignity for modern social approval. I don't think that's what's ending today. Yet, we have to keep that moral compass in place if it matters. This emerging sophistication feels softer and richer, not force, not glamorous perfection, but graceful ease, carrying truth, confidence, and substance. Don't you love that word, substance? Beauty with self-respect attached, presence carrying soulful warmth, and elegance deeply connected to feminine emotional intelligence and inner spiritual awareness. Today, we are witnessing a restoration slowly happening between masculine and feminine energy. It's not a competition, and it's really not confusion. It's a deeper mutual understanding about how the two can dance together for true, real, genuine, authentic equality. Healthy masculine energy today no longer desires women reduced merely to objects for endless visual consumption and temporary entertainment. A healthy feminine energy no longer desires manipulation, disguised falsely as power, emotional games disguised as feminine influence today. Both energies are evolving. My work is with women who want to emerge to the best and the best within themselves. And the same for men, except I'm not working with men. It's towards a deeper emotional maturity, mutual admiration and respect, honorable communication and sincerity, and truthful human connection. The future belongs today to the women and men who are standing fully within themselves without diminishing one another for validation or control. I could repeat that. A refined woman today does not lose strength through softness and warmth. And a grounded masculine man does not weaken through tenderness. This old emotional games that we played are slowly collapsing now because men and women everywhere desire something deeper and more meaningful with modern relationships emerging today. They desire sincerity again. Graceful communications is emerging once more. Emotional intelligence and wisdom. Attention carrying genuine respect instead of shallow performance. This is why women are redesigning far more than simply their closets. They are redesigning standards, language, boundaries, and identity. Perhaps the greater question today is no longer, how can I appear more attractive and desirable within modern society? Perhaps, give it some food for thought, the deeper question becomes something far richer. What atmosphere follows me when I leave a room and a conversation behind me? Does your presence leave warmth and emotional peace? Does your energy leave confidence and gentle inspiration within others' heartbeats? Or does it leave confusion, exhaustion, and noise? And what was that? What is that? Every woman eventually chooses the atmosphere she becomes throughout her personal journey. And my Eagles, women rising today, are choosing something greater than exaggerated modern performance or temporary visual attention. The women today of tomorrow are choosing substance instead, harmony over emotional chaos, grace, love that word grace, I bet you do too, over loud exaggeration, wisdom over desperate performance, and refinement over being imitated and exhausting social competition. Women today are becoming whole and beautiful and mature instead of fading with every passing culture trend and internet-driven expectation. Women finally understand fully, or in the process of becoming, you know, I love that refinement is never about pretending to perfection or that it exists. It is becoming comfortable within your authentic spirit. That is the light reimagined for women today. Not louder or harder, but wiser, richer, and softer, stronger, and spiritually grounded. And there comes a season in every woman's life, whatever season that might be, when she will grow tired of performing for acceptance and starving for approval. And this is where the anti-aging, not because I'm in the season of life that I am, that has become so prevalent that women no longer wish to compete for attention or chase temporary admiration. The real women of today and tomorrow discovering something far greater than performance. Presence carries more influence than performance ever will or could. And a woman grounded deeply within her own spirit can change the environment she enters. You are the new tomorrow, the future. And the world today is craving you, women who are rooted in their grace, steady emotional intelligence, and undeniable feminine presence that cannot be manufactured. Carrying wisdom, beauty, warmth, mystery, power, and soulful self-awareness naturally. That is a woman emerging today. And you, I bet you know it, you are that woman. And I want you to just give that a lot of food for thought, because it is time for all of us to be aware of what we present and what we bring into the universe, for ourselves first, and then for others, and especially for those who are evolving still and growing into all that they're here to be. My Eagles, I thank you for sharing this space with me each and every time I come to you. I say it each and every week. I honor your presence and your commitment to growth. Remember, our empowerment and liberation can only lead to our true freedom of knowing who we are. Because when we let go of the old conditioning and programming, we create space for leadership to rise from our truth. Now, join me next week for another intentional conversation. And I started off, I'll say it again, don't do what I do sometimes. I listen to YouTube and I listen to all the other stations, and I love and I enjoy most times. And I forget to like, to comment, to subscribe. I'd love it if you would subscribe to Joy Ruffin, Fashioning Femininity, Style, and Truth, and stay connected. And if you want to go deeper, explore my offerings and upcoming experiences at joyruffin.com, because something purposeful will always be unfolding for you there. My League of Eagles, stay grounded, stay confident, and lead with your light. And remember our theme for this month, because it belongs to you. Your light reimagined. And from my heart to yours, always much, much love. Until we connect the next time, and soon, be and stay well. All the best. Cheers.